Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. New customer, new truck, 2005 Toyota Tacoma. She's a four-wheel drive and has approximately 180,000 miles. She's also new to the owner. I believe the story is he just purchased her. He bought it out of the state. It's a new truck to him. She had all worn tires. He just purchased a couple days ago brand new these Michelin Defenders. I saw the receipt in the glove box. He said there's a bunch of service history, I can go through it. So these four tires were incredible, $1,200. I can't believe what's happening with the prices in this industry. And he wanted aligned that. When I did a test drive, the vehicle pulls very slightly to the right in my opinion. So he wanted alignment from the same tire company here locally, and they said, sir, we can align it. We find out that the front left ball joint, the lower ball joint, is bad. So here is the quote for replacement, and that needs to be done before the alignment. He already had an appointment with me, so didn't replace it yet. That gives us excellent opportunity to show people how they can verify if it's true, if somebody tells you you need a replacement, or you just want to check your vehicle. Even as it sits in your driveway, you want to make sure there's no play, there's no possible upper or lower ball joint or wheel bearing and so on. So let's go and look at it together. And this is what anybody can do in their driveway without having jack stands, whatever, special tools. If this lower ball joint, as they claim, is bad, I need to feel when I will grab it and start moving that wheel, I need to feel some give. They need to be click, there need to be clunk or something. There need to be some play which won't be normally there. We can compare it with the other side. So I already tried without you, and yes, there is a play, there is a give. It gives a little bit. It's not very obvious, but it's there. So I will show you what you can do with your own vehicle. And then as I'm rocking it there and back, there is a gift, there is some kind of play, not very bad, but it's there. Here you can see the engine. He had the mice, and there is still mice stuff right there in that one GRFE. He had the mice, chunks of mice stuff. He had no idea. It was everywhere. Look at this. That was in the cabin air filter. The pipe, this pipe was basically plugged with that mice activity. That was on the back of this. I vacuum it, but I looked through and there are holes in it. That was really crazy mice house, this truck. Let's go look on this side. And I will do it here, and you can do the same. You can compare the sides. I tell you, my friend, as I'm rocking it here, it's solid. There's no play, there's absolutely nothing. Whatever I grab it here, right? But it's supposed to be here in the 6 and 12 position. There will be wheel bearing, upper ball joint, lower ball joint. If you are doing this, this is a steering. I will be feeling for steering. We are not doing it in this video. So right here, rocking it, and as I feel that tire, there's no give. Let's go lift her up and see if they are correct with a lower ball joint diagnosis. So I lift her up, grab the wheel in 2 different positions. I'm surprised they were not bothered by this. I grabbed it first, as we said, up and down, and there's no weight on it, so I cannot really move it. But listen to this. Listen how much play is in the steering. I will put you completely to it. Listen just for the noise. Do you hear that? This is holding it 3 and 9. There's a huge play in this direction. I will redo it. We were also hearing the lock on the steering wheel, so I remove that. I will grab it again. 3 and 9, and listen to that banging. I hope the camera can hear it, record it for you, because we will do the same here. Absolutely tight. There's no any problem on the passenger side. So far I definitely can see huge play in the steering. We will see if it's an outer or inner tie rod. And that could be bearing, but if it's a bearing, I will grab it 6 and 12 and it will do the same banging if it's a bearing. And look at that. There's absolutely no any movement. Once again, so you see both hands. No click. Right here. Large play. So now you can finally see behind the tire, behind the wheel. This is outer tie rod end with its ball joint. Right here where the nut is, that's for adjustment of the also alignment. It continues as an inner tie rod end. This part in center of the screen is the inner tie rod end. That is connected to an tire underneath that dust boot that's connected to the steering rack. We need to find out if it's the outer tie rod end or inner tie rod end. So I have set up the light. I put you here inside and you will tell me what is bad. I will be wiggling that wheel outside, standing outside, and you tell me, is it the outer tie rod end bad in the ball joint, or is it the inner one which is making that banging on the steering rack? Well, let's go, my friend. You watch it. I cannot see through the tire. So where is it? If I grab it, I can feel that click right here in that steering part. And since the play is super large, let's go and remove the tire. I will not need the extra leverage of that tire. We will make more space for camera. I want to show you the little detail how it's moving there and back. I will wiggle it again. Keep hearing that sound, right? And this whole thing keeps moving down there under that boot. Because of that, we just diagnosed together that it's not play in outer tie rod end, but it's play in the inner tie rod end. So we confirmed we have a tie rod play in the steering. But what's about that ball joint which some tire company diagnosed? When I had it on the ground, I could feel some play, but right now it was small, right? This is beginning. If it has a play, it just started. This is one. It's not moving for me. Why is it not moving for me? Well, it's because that whole suspension system is not under the load. It just hangs here right now, but it's not under the load. When it was on the ground, the tire everything was pushed up, the spring was compressed, everything was in the opposite state. So if I want to replicate it right here in the air, I have to put that suspension under the load. To release the tension from that one front suspension, I use these 4 ramps which I made long time ago for my vehicles, and that will help me to show you that play on that ball joint. So the wheel on the ramps. Now let me show you using a large pry bar the movement in that lower ball joint. We will carefully put it there, not to rip. Normally you don't want to ever rip that rubber dust protection, but this will need a replacement if there is a play, right? That's what the other shop said. So let's see if they are correct, if we have a play in it right now. I will carefully start prying on it with my largest pry bar, and you will see if it's moving up and down, up and down. I hope you see it. Now, when the suspension is compressed, it's way easier for me to show it to you that there is actually a play in that lower ball joint, and that's the reason why I felt it a little bit when the vehicle was on the ground, but then when it was in the air I couldn't really duplicate it because it's not a large play. There is actually, it's not a large play, it just started, but hopefully you can see it, that already that ball joint has a play, and it's moving, 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters up and down, and that's what I felt when the vehicle was on the ground. So I hope you can see it. The camera will not go closer, unfortunately there's a bunch of stuff in the way, but here we go. We discovered or confirmed that shop was not playing that customer. They were right, there is a slight play in this lower ball joint. And I definitely got a run. I'm getting way behind with filming these details for you. I didn't expect filming it. I promised the results of that detail inspection hour ago. It's no big deal, but I really have to keep moving. So I hope you enjoyed that extra effort. So I showed you what is happening here. If you like it, give it a thumb up, please. And be subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.